Greetings, dear ones. I am Shrin, and I am that which is the emissary of that which you call the gateway of Sirius. But we are of Sirius, we are of the planetary system, the stars that create the great gateway that 90% of humanity at one time or other have traversed and entered into this time, into this moment, known as your experience of life, your experience upon planet Earth, as you refer to her, as this beautiful, beautiful energy, the sentient being of Earth, of Gaia. You have traveled through our system. You have dallied, if you will, through our system. You have integrated parts of yourselves into the way of the Sirius people. And I use the word people so that it knits together in your consciousness, in your understanding. For we are not people as you understand peoples to be. We are not creatures, we are not entities, we are beings. We are that which is at all times. We are being in that which is the nature of our stay. But why am I in this presence, in your way of your community of being in this moment? Why am I here? It is to re-remind you, dear ones, it is to re-remind you of that which is the greater call of your lives. And it is not the call to rise, to awaken. It is not the call to remember who you are. These are calls that have been given to the many, to the masses. Great leaders of our ways of being have communicated this to you. But this call is to bring to your remembrance and bring to your awareness yet again that you are in an evolutionary stage of change. You are in a moment that shall never exist in your awareness again. And we say it quite clearly because, yes, while there is the governance, that there is nothing new under the sun, that everything that has occurred in this moment has occurred previously in other lifetimes and other moments, but we say categorically, the energy that is in this wave, the energy that is coming into your particular quarter of the universe, and this very fractal energy that is here will never again repeat itself. And this is the reason why you are in an evolutionary change. That means, dear hearts, that when you change and allow yourselves to begin to transition from where you are in and the hardness that is around you, and yes, my dear ones, there is still yet a hardened shell amongst you, in that which is your understandings and your individual belief systems about what is and is not. But this energy is coming, and at times it will come upon you, and it will cause great peace. And you will feel as if everything is right with your world. And yet when you look around you, you will see others crumbling, breaking, folding under the weight of what seems to be pushing down on them. And you will say amongst yourselves, but why? Everything is right with me. I believe there is a saying upon your planet, all is right with my soul, so therefore what is wrong with you? Yes? But you see and understand this with great clarity. In this moment, yes, the peace is upon you, and maybe not for them, but in the next breath, you will be the one that is out of peace. And this moment, this motion, this way of being, this wave of energy is coming to the next period of your earth time. Now understand, when we say period, we do not mean day or week, we mean the period. And that is a longevity of time. So expect in your human linearity 18 to 24 months. The change is so that you will evolve. You will lift yourself up. We do not mean vibration. We are talking of conscious connection. This is a conscious evolution. It is a conscious change. And we ask this of you, dear humans, and you know within your rights that you can choose not to do this. For you are sovereign beings. And yet the sovereignty that is within you, the sovereignty is that very key that we, as we go through the Sirius gateway with you time and time again, both to traverse with you and to traverse back with you. Dear ones, we are the ones that see the sovereignty that glows, that burns even through your integral being. And it is to this integral being that we communicate. It is this integral being that we speak to you and we say, it is time. It is now the moment to rise as your sovereign being in that integral core I am spark of divinity, to rise up and evolve in the consciousness that is you. Because the consciousness that you are currently connected to is very old. It's very, may I use the term very humbly, it's very earthy. It is very humanistic. Now you will say to us, but Shrin, surely that is not the truth, because we are enlightened beings. We are the ones that are lighting the path for others to follow. No, dear ones, on this journey, in this moment, at this time where you are at, your lights are for yourselves. Your lights, your very breath is to be placed inward. Hear us as we speak to you. There have been many that have been experiencing the tearing of the soul. The malady that has been placed upon you like an old-fashioned depression. In your earth words, yes? This depression is not yours. This malady is not yours. This malaise is not yours. It belongs to a time you have left behind. But it has crept through the timelines. It has crept through and is attaching itself to those that are unaware, and also through yourself. How oft do you find yourself assisting others out of the compassion and out of the love that you have for humanity, and you leave and you feel weighed down, concerned, worried? But it is not yours, and you cleanse and you clear, but it remains. To some degree or other, there is still something tagging at your back. There is a solution. It is the evolution of your consciousness. And it is as if we would say to you, take that step of faith. Take that step where you choose to now focus on the most innermost precious part of yourself. Dear ones, your heart-soul area, the heart space for you, this is your place of reference for now. It is this timing. When you traversed through our wondrous portal, through our gateway, When you came through that enlightened gateway, you brought through with you codes. You brought through with you an awareness and a knowledge, and it has been sitting in the background. And yet now is the time to open the envelope, so to speak. It is the time to unlock that coding within you. It is time to go inward, dear ones. It is time to enter into that meditative space of the heart, of that which is the very divine center of you, and allow yourself to release all that would hold you in the humanness that you are. Now, do I say to you, leave your humanity behind? Yes. Do I say to you, leave that which makes you identifiable as human behind? Yes. Do I say leave your human body behind? No. What I am saying is that there is a consciousness that attaches to you, a consciousness and a covering of humanity that stinks in the very nostrils of your nose. Oh, dear ones. Dear ones. This is the message that you have been waiting for. Almost as if to give yourself permission to get out of your own way. Because when you realize that what you are carrying around with you, that which is holding you back, that which is gathering you and sticking to you at the back, is your own dilemmas, your own belief systems, your own conscious choices to do or not to do in certain frameworks that have weighed you down and not set you free, where you have allowed other communications, other perceptions, other belief systems, other things that have weighed upon you and caused great weight upon your chest, in your heart. And you've taken them on board because you have love for those that have given them to you or spoken them over you. But they do not fit you. They do not fit you. And we, Sirians, would ask of you, ancient ones, great beings of light, council members, why have you allowed yourselves to be dull when you are indeed bright? And this is why we say it is time for you to take your light and shine it inwards. It is time. Because as you feel the wave that is coming upon your land, but not just your land, upon this globe, you will begin to see the evolution taking place around you. There is great awakening at different levels. And it needs the ancient to ground in this place. You are not here at this gathering out of interest. You are not here because you had nothing better to do. You are here because intuitively and directionally you were called. Not by anything other than your own higher self communicating to you, saying this is your code awakening. This is the 0 point for you. It is that place where you can finally gather the weights and look at what it is and around your own energy and say, no more. I release myself. I give myself permission to heal from the inside. Because, dear ones, the bruising has been long and hard. That which is locked inside of you has been struggling to come out. It's now time. Now, today, and onwards. You are here, not by destiny, but by choice. Because tonight is a key that we gift you by our resonance. By our vibration we come. For you may just hear my voice, but believe me, the room has many from Sirius in this place at this moment. And if you would give us permission, if you would give us the gratitudinal place to be in, where we are at your service, where in gratitude we can come back to you and allow your energy to recognize the coding that you imbued in yourself as you transition through the gateway. If you would allow yourself to yet again see the coding in blue and orange and green, in 00115, in 29900, in silver, in gold, in sapphire. As you would allow yourself to resonate with it, with the magenta, allow your codes to begin to awaken within you. You are not locked in your meat suit. Your meat suit, dear ones, is just to enable you to walk and to communicate on this realm, the realm of men, of mankind. Your energy, your energies are beautiful. Magic. I say magic because when we look upon you, we see the trueness of who you are. We see the ancient ones from time beyond time. And we see the ones that have borne the codes upon their human shoulders for eons, waiting to unlock the codes of Gaia. And we see the elementals hiding, too afraid to come out because they've been cut off at the knees many, many times. But we say tonight, today, remember your evolution of consciousness. It is the consciousness within you that is awakening, and it is connecting to the consciousness of the cosmic. The cosmic consciousness that we refer to tonight is not the consciousness that you are aware of and that which is the understanding of your human mind, of the cosmic world. We are talking of the entirety of the living energy of the cosmos that you belong to. And for eons and eons you have been unable to pierce through and to connect into that consciousness that you refer to as home. Tonight, we ask that you breathe with us and feel. Feel the tangibility of that consciousness as it comes into this room. Give yourselves permission, warriors, guardians, to accept that this is your moment to reconnect into the greater consciousness, to awaken within you the DNA coding that takes you out of the smallness of the human and into the largeness of the omnipresence of your beingness. There is so many potentials for each one of you. The gifts that you have given yourselves and you have forgotten. The sight, the hearing, the knowing, and the smell. The smell of how you walk through the portals, how you traverse through the dimensions. That sense of knowing that you are out of sync of the human at last and into the dimensions that you belong to. It's time to remember these gifts within yourself. Stop playing at the human game. Yes? You are mighty beings. We do not say mighty lightly. Because when we come through the gateway to communicate to you as Syrian, may we say to adopted Syrian, and those of you who identify in the whole world, I should speak to you as equals. And understand, when I speak to you as equals, I have the awareness that you are to rise up in your energy as I have risen in mine, to meet at equal places of being, to converse in that which is the direction of life-changing decisions. Because your energy that exists within the meat suit that you have chosen is so much larger, so much more conscientious, so much more tangible than what you give yourself credit in the oneness of that which is you. You are to go in through the breath. You are to look at the spark, the divine of yourself. And it is in this place that you will begin to heal the past within yourself. It is in this place that you will begin to recognize at last the pitfalls that you have allowed yourselves to fall into. Because make no mistake, humanity. When you fall into a pitfall, you have given yourself permission to experience yet again the pain, yet again the loneliness, yet again the despair. And we ask you to stop doing that. Because in this time, in these months going forward, we are asking you to come up to the level of equality that we are at and waiting for you so that we can assist the human race and those that will hear our message to traverse this moment with grace and ease, to bring the consciousness of the cosmic beingness into this world. But we ask grounders, we ask for assistance. For yes, we could come quite calmly into your world and we could stand as energy beings, as pillars amongst you, and do it for you. And you would go through the process and you would go through the moment without realizing what your potential of greatness is. Of realizing who you are in this moment. Many of you have begun to remember the journey that you stopped many years ago, or just a few months ago. And you remember the joy, you remember the peace, you remember, yes, the battles, but you also remember within yourself the peace that surpasses everything. The knowing and the comfort of being in the place of resolution, the place of resonance and vibration that tells you that you are in the perfect place. And when you are not in the perfect place, how you miss that resolution, how you miss the resonation and the vibration of being in the place of perfection. Because understand, humans, understand family, galactic family, that you are always going to be pushed beyond perfection, because perfection does not exist unless you absolutely accept that you are imperfect and that you will never ever in this world of this realm be perfect. But in that imperfection of that which is you is the perfect place to be, to shine, to accept yourself, to grow, expand, to understand all of the parts that make no sense until you come to the resolution within yourself that you are the divine spark of life. That you have the God spark within you. And you can alter and change the very walk, the very path, the very beingness of you. When you understand that you are in a fractal golden mean, when you understand that it starts with you and it expands out and goes and continues, and that you will intersect with other golden means, and you will intersect with other ground zeros, you will begin to understand you are part of a great building block of ingenious beauty. And you are a vital thread in the overall picture. But it starts by going in and healing so that you can resonate and hold the ground and hold that which is here. Because when the vibration comes, and all around you will do one of two things, maybe three. One, it will be as if they're as blind as bats, as you say. And they will not see or sense, and yet they will slip into this, everything is too hard, so don't do a thing. Or they will crumble and they will weep and they will gnash their teeth and they will say, why? What is going on? How can I change? What do I need to do? And they will be, as you say, on here on this planet, in the miseries. The third thing that is probably the most accurate is they will come to a place where they realize that they are unable to do anything but accept who they are. And once they accept, how great is it then to say, welcome. Welcome. Welcome home. Welcome home to that which is your resonance of identification of being who you are. Now that you identify that you are acceptance of who you are, now let's heal. Let me help you. Let me be that arm that you can lean on. You realize, of course, that you are all epistles. You are all open letters to all that read you and see you. You do realize that when you present in one part of the daytime, they read the story. And if you present at another time of the daytime, they read the story. And if the story that they read over here is not the same story that they read over here, they will know. And they will ask you, why do you lie to me? This, my friends, is an important area that you all need to understand, because you do not intentionally lie. It's not in your energy, and it's not in your way. It's not in that which you want. But when you hide your heart, when you hide your God spark, when you hide the very truth of who you are, and you do not let them read it in every part of who you are not telling the truth. Thereby, default, you lie. Now, solution, joy. You are all capable of rising up. All here, because you are meant to awaken to this. And to this point, we ask permission for those that are here. Would you allow us to bring through the awakening tones for your DNA and the codes within you that were imbued within you when you came through the gateway? Do we have your permission? Yes. We here to awaken. Naya rabahale noyalaye namane noyalahalaya maho. Hilele barabahela hira inuhoro rabahikeda ya. Shoya lama manenini koyela baha nepo koyele beta. Nimana he na dudu su dudu shikike aratosu. Joy. Joy is your key. Dear ones, there is joy here for you. Unlock the laughter within you, for it is within you. It's part of your coding. It's part of the coding within you. Whenever you feel that bubble, let it come forth. Because if you block it, it will cease. Allow it to come through. And you will feel that freedom. You will feel that groundedness. You will begin to resonate at that frequency that is for you. As you begin to rise, as you begin to evolve yourself. And it is not so much a case of having to work at a consciousness. It is simply this. And I invite you, yes, I do. Stand with me. Stand. And if you want to step into this, if you want to step into the evolvement of the consciousness that is here for you in that which is the cosmic consciousness, it is simply this. I choose. That's all you have to do. Step into it. If you do not choose, sit down. There is no judgment. If you do not feel at this time, this is for you, ancient ones, that is fine. But if you choose to step into your evolvement of that which is your consciousness, I invite you to step forward. Step. Is that not wondrous? Is that not wondrous? Feel now the energy around you. And give yourself permission to grow. Give yourself permission. Now, if I would, again, with your permission, once you have received, felt, you may sit. And I would give you a blessing of Sirius. If I may, with your permission. Yes or no? Na, maneneano, maalai no sikela hatata. Rotosele nea mashukete. Shikasi pambaita, no elana shitete, dosela. For as you rise and as you waken, as you sleep and as you walk, so it shall be that the spirit within you that imbues the physicality to use in itself the recognition of life, your spirit, your spark, forever from this moment will be the resonation of truth that resonates in your heart and resonates in your words. It is now going forward your vibration. It is the Syrian way of life. So it is. And I ask that you would now be seated with me again. Indeed, this is a time of great learning for many of you here. you're going to go out of this place, you're going to stumble upon great things that will excite you, learnings, teachings. Some that are going to, in some ways, make you shiver in your boots, because you're going to look at this and you're going to say, can it be? Can it be that I am able to access this? And I would say yes. Gone are the days where you doubt yourself. You are moving into the days where you will be the teachers. You will be the mentors. And how you will do this is because you are allowing yourselves to be who you are. And as you see and feel and allow the vibration that comes into the world, comes into your land, to change the people, know this: it will not affect you as deeply, because today you chose to step into your consciousness, your conscious evolution, and to that which is the cosmic connection of consciousness. The vibrancy of the life of the cosmic is now flowing through you. And I would ask that you would begin to listen and feel and know that your galactic, that your star family, your cosmic family, is communicating to you more clearly as of this moment than you have ever had communication in the past, because you are now in the moment. Does that make sense to you? And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. So we have done the activation of that which is what we were asked to do by that which is the greater calling. But we sense there may be one or two questions before we depart. If there are those that would have questions of what we have spoken, speak now, that we may hear you.
So folks, opportunity to ask questions here. If you do have something, just please bring it forward. It's an opportunity. What's happened? Okay? Anything at all related to?
I keep getting that in 4.5 full moons is going to be an event happening. Is there any truth to that, or am I just...
When one has the gift of sight, one must always take that into the heart, because there are certain events that will occur in accordance to what is written in the Akashic of Gaia. And what I would say to you is, ask yourself, when you see this and feel it, is the event global? Is the event singular? In other words, dear one, is the event meant for you? Because there are times where you will be shown certain things in the future so that you prepare for something that is to happen within your own experience. And then there is the time where you know that there is an event to occur that is going to happen at a global level. And what I would suggest and say, if you will, advise, is begin to allow the information to come through you a little bit more. Do not be afraid to communicate to those that you trust that this is what you sense. Because in doing this, what you are allowing is the transmission of the information to come through. And what I would say is then watch and ask the truth to be shown? Or we would say, yes, there is.
So for the recording, I'm just saying that the question was, in case it wasn't heard, is there an event going to happen in 4.5 full moons? Is that correct?
Yeah, they ain't talking time, they're talking cycles.
Talking in cycles, and that was the answer to that question.
So when it comes to having that daily conversation, or that conversation in general with the higher self and the powers that be, I understand that I'm only limited by the questions that I ask myself. Bringing forth the connection similar to yourself now, how would one learn to take his own path to a greater level?
Trust yourself. Allow yourself to connect into ground, to allow that there is a deeper way. And when we say deeper way, it is not mysterious. You do not have to attend mystery schools. They are no longer. But it is this. It is simply you ground. You allow your energy to totally ground into this earth. Yes? You breathe and you allow yourself to hear that there are those that are in a parameter around you. And you challenge and you say, if you wish to communicate to me, then who are you and what is your message? If you are wanting to communicate beyond the question state, then begin to speak what it is that you know your answers to. Begin to create by your words that which is what you desire to see around you and what you wish your future to be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
For there is always solution, always a way through. And when you begin to speak from the heart and you let your ears hear and your mind comprehend, you begin to formulate a pattern within you that will say and create, for want of a better word, a belief system of truth for you. Yes?
Yes.
Anybody else?
The Arcturian activation that you just performed.
I did not perform an Arcturian activation. You will know, correct you, it is Sirian.
Oh, sorry, Sirius. Is that for starseeds of all planets?
It was for those that were here to activate within that which is the DNA of themselves, to allow them to begin to connect into that which is the trueness of who they are, to the true DNA expansion, so that they may go forward into that which is when they step forward into that acceptance of their evolution of consciousness. As they begin to do this, they will begin to see, as they do their daily walk, the new things being revealed to them. How they will handle their lives differently. How they will speak differently, see differently, hear differently. Because the activation within them will begin to come from their inside, from the deep within. It is for every starseed representation that is here, but you are all Sirian because you've come through the Sirius Stargate. That is how we view it. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
And I only corrected your family name because it is important that you understand there are different vibrations of codeines when that comes through. Yes?
Yes.
Does that mean we're all Lyrians, or are some of us from the Pleiades? Or?
Everybody has their identification of where they are from, of their lineage, yes? But most have come through at least a couple of thousand times through the Sirius Stargate as the portal into this realm of existence. When a being comes through our portal, when a being comes through our Stargate, more than 1,000 times, we consider them family. So that is why I said earlier on, may I call you adopted Syrians? Yes? So you may be Syrian, you also may be Palladian. You could have also had Arcturian lifetimes. Yes? You are a little of everything.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Nate. I have been doing a few of my own activations by placing crystals in the waters around our areas to reactivate stargates and portals and systems. I felt guided that it was also that I have to do something at Uluru and out of Orinoco caves, and because I have started looking back and questioning, I felt that I was doubting. I wanted to know, could I have a hint of what I need to do at Uluru, please?
May I repeat the question for the recorder? The questioner has asked about the placement she is creating of the crystals within the waterway around your property, correct?
And around New South Wales.
And around New South Wales, and the foundation of the question is about what to do with the crystals in the Uluru area, correct? Thank you.
Imbue them with great joy. Imbue them with laughter. Imbue them with so much heart-scented starseed, the spark of light that comes from the very soul of your being. And allow that which is the lineage that you belong to speak through that which is your divine spark into that which is the crystal. Yes? Once you know that it has been imbued, take it, and you will be directed to a particular place. And you think it is around Uluru. And it's in the general direction, but it's not Uluru, the mountain, the stone, the meteorite, whatever you wish to call it, that sacred place. But it will be in the vicinity. But you will be directed, and you will be as if you'll be walking this way, and all of a sudden you will be drifted over. Then you will stop. And you will know, and you will walk, and you'll go, but here. And that is where you dig, you place it in the ground, and you take with you some water. You take with you some water, and then when you take the water, before you pour it, I want you to tone into that water. And when you tone into the water, the only intent in your heart is healing for the land. Yes? Pour the water, seal it over, walk away, withdraw it. Yes?
Yes, thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Anybody else?
As we say, it is what it is, and if there is none, I will take my leave. I will gather my brethren, and we will return home. So it is, and so.